Welcome to episode 302 of Flights,
Football.
and anything else.
I'm Dave.
I'm Mike. How you doing, Dave?
Better than most, not as good as some. How are you, Mr. Fancy Hat?
Finally recovering. This was purchased at the outside the Lowenbrow tent in Munich for Oktoberfest on Sunday, because the Lowenbrow tent was 5 meters from the sun. And my head was just baking. I mean, it was only 81 degrees, but I think it was actually 81 degrees Celsius. It was so fucking hot in there. But and I saw her walking around. I said, "How much for the green one?" And she said 19 euros 50. Done. So I put it on and kept the sun off my scalp, which was a pleasant surprise. And then you posted that I had to wear it on the pod, so here I am.
There you go. And I was proud of that thumbnail, by the way. I got those pictures right off of Facebook real quick and got that on. Okay, so we'll introduce this, and then I'm sure I have a couple questions about Oktoberfest.
All right.
If that's all right.
Absolutely.
All right. First beer.
Or the entire trip, actually, because Oktoberfest was basically the last day.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
you saw a lot of cool stuff. So the first one is IPA, the legendary India Pale Ale from Lagunitas. It comes in at 6.2% and 51 IBUs.
Which, thanks to the guys for filling in. And
yeah,
what's the guy's name who did Hop Supply, donated the studio?
Mike.
Thanks, Mike. The setup there, I thought the setup was
pretty cool. They had
fucking excellent. Yeah, I thought it was cool.
They had that they had our logo on the back.
But like the Oracle Brewing, he said he agreed with me, and he said IBUs are bullshit. So I got a pop on. I was on the plane on the ride home, and I got a pop on that when he said that. I agree with Mike. IBUs are bullshit.
Figured you would. So you did obviously have a long enough plane ride. You got to now, did you watch it or just listen to it? I'm not gonna
every once in a while I turned the phone so I could I know what you sound like, so I didn't need to see your face, but there was 3 other guys that I didn't know.
Sure.
So I kind of wanted to see who was talking so I could recognize the voice. But since it was on my phone, I kind of just tucked the phone in the seat in front of me.
Sure.
And just listened.
Okay. Good stuff. Here we go.
Cheers.
Solid.
Yes.
Nothing like blowing my socks off right now, but it's a solid IPA.
Yeah, it almost has a little bit of a Pilsner taste to it, if that makes any sense. I mean, you get the IPA up front, and then the Pilsner
on the finish.
Yeah, it's almost like are we drinking
reverse?
Yeah,
reverse, totally. Yeah, I'd have to look at that. I'd have to look at what went in. All right, so here, no. Listen, Mike.
Yes.
Maybe you would pass the Cicerone test. I'm not sure, because I did make some notes. It's got a hint of caramel malt, Cascade, Centennial, Chinook, and Simcoe hops. And I remember in the description it's supposed to be an easy drinking IPA.
Okay. It is. It's very easy drinking.
Yeah. And so, but that was, you hit the nail on the head without reading the description. You're getting good at this, man.
302 episodes,
Yeah, right.
So,
all right. Let's see. Where are we at right now? Question for you.
Actually, I'm going to take the hat off right now, because right now it's hotter than balls. So,
there you go.
Boy right there.
So the trip.
Yes.
So the big question, what happened to the remote?
Nothing happened to the remote.
Okay. You know where that question came from, don't you? Or can you figure it out?
No. Is it on the chat?
No. Who would I have seen today that would have said, hey, make sure to ask Mike what happened to the remote?
Oh, Coach Govinda?
Nope. Who else works in the building almost pretty much every day, or at least in the district?
Jamie.
Yeah.
Okay, Jamie. Yeah. Because the guys on the football team got the story.
Yeah.
So that's why I was thinking. I know you're in Coach Govinda's class every once in a while. All right. So I don't know if you can pick it up on camera real good, keep in mind this is Thursday and this happened Sunday. So, all right, hear me out. So, as the listeners and now some viewers, as we're gradually building our viewership up, no, I don't have a drinking problem. I have a stop drinking problem. So we go to Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest started Saturday, but Saturday tents were all sold out. So Liz got us a tent. And by tents, they're big halls is what they are, but they call them tents.
Okay.
So she got us one on Sunday. Had duck. We never had duck before, and the duck was fucking amazing. So we're drinking at Oktoberfest, but we got to fly out the next day. We got to be on the road by 7:30 for a 10 a.m. flight, Nuremberg to Amsterdam. So we drink at Oktoberfest. When our tent was done 3 to 6, we walked around a little bit, had another beer or two, left Oktoberfest. Our train ride wasn't scheduled till 8, so we stopped at a restaurant, had a couple tables outside, drank a couple more beers, get home, or get on the train. We took the ice train, which ice means is different in Germany than it is here. Ice means it's the fast train. So we get back to the train station in Nuremberg, which was about a 12-minute walk to the hotel. And naturally, I want to keep drinking. It's like, let's go to the hotel bar. But the 5 adults that I was with, they're like, we got to get up early in the morning.
Right,
I'm good. So the one child on the
trip,
throws a hissy temper tantrum fit. Liz, Liz deserves better. I'm sorry, Liz. I love you. And so I pouted, stormed up to the room, because you're not going to drink till you can't stand up. Fuck you guys. I'll go upstairs. So this is at like 10:30, which is 4:30 at home. Give me a reason to get mad. I'll try, there's got to be an NFL game on in Germany because the NFL plays 2 games in Germany, not Nuremberg, but they play 2 games in Germany each year. Sure. I think Munich and Frankfurt. They got to be able to find the Bears game on this fucking television station. Give me something else to get fucking mad at. Yeah. These idiots won't drink with me. I'll show them. So fucker. So I'm getting mad because it's
right.
It's not that I can't find the game. The remote is literally not working.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, at home, that fucking remote is smashed into 25 million pieces. But I'm in Germany, and even drunk, I'm like, man, I don't know what the crime is for a foreigner in Germany for smashing a remote. Maybe that's a felony, and I'm in prison in a German gulag or something. Right. I don't know. So what any rational human being does, motherfucker, I put the remote down, wham, 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 3 fucking money shots that would have fucking dropped Tyson in his prime. And then you know what? Picked the remote back up and the fucker started working again.
That's all it needed.
And then lo and behold, the only game I could find was the Cardinals and the Niner game.
Yeah.
And I had to watch it with no sound because I don't speak German.
Right.
And every once in a while it would be all German, Murray, German, McCaffrey, German, Kittle. Not Kittle. Kittle didn't play, but
yeah.
So so I turn it down, looking for a Bears score, but it wasn't a bootleg feed because they kept popping up the logo, the shield. And then during commercials, they would go to the studio. It was a female and 2 males just talking, answering questions from fans about football, but everything's in German.
Yeah.
And I never did get a Bear score, but I did watch that game with no,
okay.
I mean, literally just watched it because
no sound.
I felt quiet was better than listening to a language I didn't understand.
Yeah. Right.
So
that's, there you go.
You should have seen that fucker Monday morning. I get up Monday morning, I'm brushing my teeth. I'm like, fuck, what if I go through customs and they're like, this guy must have caused some hullabaloo or something. We're going to have to detain his ass.
Yeah.
Because, it went from here
to
like here.
Eesh.
So,
yeah.
But Live and learn, right?
Live and learn. Absolutely. So what have you been watching? Or should I start?
Yeah, go ahead and start. But we do have some watching stuff, even though in Germany.
Yeah. So do me a favor.
And let her in.
Yeah. While I'm doing that, text Shelly or Eric or whoever, just Shelly, and ask if the link works in YouTube. Because I had an issue. So Mike and I didn't have a chance to discuss this, but there's a new laptop sitting here, and I did mention it very briefly in the.
That's a new one?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so last week, those of you that watched episode 301 understood, I had at the beginning, I said I had a frantic time. Shit didn't work. It wouldn't load. For some reason, it was like 3 hours ahead. Like it started 3 hours ahead for no reason because I set it up for 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. I even text you the picture of it this time. I shit you not. I get on here today and it says, "Oh, it's already started. There's no video." And it's at 4:30. It's set up for 4:30 Pacific time. And I cannot figure out. And finally, it dawned on me. Even though the time in the bottom right-hand corner had the correct time for here, it was the incorrect time for the West Coast because I had to go into the settings on the computer, and the computer was set for Pacific time. So it was automatically defaulting. So that's so I finally got this damn thing fixed. But now I'm wondering, because I had to delete the old link, the original link I put in YouTube, I'm just wondering if that link works or doesn't work right now. Or
I text Eric. I don't know if he's home or not. So.
Yeah. So if you don't get anything from Eric at some point, text Shelly, because I know she's on her phone, and
all right,
we'll see what happens. But we still have a show, and a lot of you still listen on Friday morning, Saturday afternoon while you're doing stuff, whatever. So we appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you follow us on Facebook.
And subscribe on YouTube.
For sure. All right. Shows we've been watching. Now I'm going to go in reverse order. Something that Shelly and I just started, but I think you and Liz already watched. Black Rabbit. Jason Bateman and Jude
Actually,
Law.
we just started that, but I don't have it on my list because we've only watched 2.
Okay. Well, I think we're into the number 3 or 4. I really like it.
Yeah, so far so good.
Good show.
I like Jason Bateman.
I love Jason Bateman. Pretty much everything he's in.
Excuse me.
Everything he's in is money.
Yes.
But it's hard. I didn't recognize him for the first maybe 30 seconds until he started talking. When his character showed up.
Liz said he looks awful. I said, who is it?
Yeah, right. It's like, who is that guy? It's Jason Bateman. But yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's called Black Rabbit. It's a crime thriller.
Yes.
It's whodunit, and it's another one of those where you said, it starts off with a very like thrilling scene, and then 2 months earlier, yeah. What do you got?
On the way to Germany, I went back to back on Delta and watched The Accountant and The Accountant 2 with Ben Affleck.
Yep.
And then John Bernthal. Of Walking Dead fame.
Right.
And why that guy doesn't get more roles is anybody's guess. I think he's amazing.
He's fantastic.
He's a good, tough guy character, and he even has a little bit of a sense of humor when they let him show it in the role. I'm glad I didn't just go to the new one, because you kind of have to know what's going on, because I don't think I ever saw the original, which was, I think it was the Accountant 2 is 2024 or 2025. And I want to say the Accountant was like 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So
right. That's one that I saw, and I always wanted to check out, but all the streaming services and everybody else and their brothers rolling stuff out so fast. If you don't see something within the first month or two, forget it. You're probably not going to watch it.
Right.
But Ben Affleck plays the accountant, and
yes.
he's kind of a badass, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, going off of that, Amazon Prime Dark Wolf. It's a Dark Wolf terminal list. So the terminal list was first. We didn't see it. That's with Taylor Kitsch, Chris Pratt, and Tom Harper. I think it's Tom Harper. Yeah. Tom Hopper. Tom Hopper has been in several things. The one that you would know would be the Umbrella
Academy.
The Umbrella Academy. He was the big gorilla dude. He's kind of a badass in this as well. But Terminal List was the original one in 2022. And then what ended up happening was people liked it so much, they wanted a prequel to see how these characters came to, get into their roles, I guess. So Amazon Prime did Dark Wolf Terminal List. So we finished it, loved it. Now we're going to go back and watch Terminal List.
Okay.
So I really like this. And I don't know why Taylor Kitsch, and I'm trying to think of, did you watch Battleship, the movie?
No.
Okay. Because aliens invaded and you wouldn't have seen that. But I mean, it's as low-key sci-fi as you can get because they're trying to fight them with actual like real-time battleships, whatnot. The other one that I know you didn't see, but it was a Disney John Carter. Some people hated it.
John Carter's the name?
John Carter it was an old comic book kind of superhero. I don't know if it's a superhero or if he's a superhero, but John Carter ends up on Mars. Okay. But the movie that Disney made, I really enjoyed it. And it kind of had a smallish cult following that people really like, why isn't there a John Carter 2? This is phenomenal. But it did horrible overall at the box office based on how much they spent to make the movie. But Taylor Kitsch's acting style is a lot like Keanu Reeves, where like there's some things that Keanu does. I'm like, how is this guy like an actor? He's just good. He's just weird. Yeah. Am I right?
Yes.
I mean, he's so like a John Wick character is perfect for him because he's supposed to be kind of like a little off.
Right.
But anyway, that's it. I've only got one more.
All right. Couple more. Delta Flight Home. Now, only one movie there because I listened to the Kevin Nash podcast, the drive-through with Jim Cornette, and like I said, watched / listened to episode 301 of Flights, Football, and Anything Else.
Right.
But Jack Quaid and Ray Nicholson, sons of legendary actors in Novocaine.
Oh, right.
Oh, you want to talk about the premise of the movie is so dumb. It was actually a very enjoyable movie. And there's one scene in there, and I'm going to spoil it just because it's not that relevant. But I literally had to grab my plain pillow and kind of put it to my face because I was laughing so hard Novocaine, Jack Quaid's character got the nickname Novocaine because he has a condition where he can't feel any pain. And he's got an arrow through his, a crossbow arrow through his leg. And the guy's got him tied up and he's torturing him. And Jack Quaid can't feel any pain. And then he's like, realizes like, well, I better humor this guy. So blah, 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 whatever. Yeah. And as, ow, no, don't do that. That really hurts. And then he pulls like one of his fingernails out. He's like, oh, ow, stop. Oh, that really hurts. And you had to see the expressions on his face. But like I said, as far-fetched and silly as it could, it wasn't supposed to be a silly movie, but
right.
But on a plane ride, locked in a vacancy, I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good watch.
I thought it would be a fun movie based on the trailers and stuff like that. HBO Max, Task, Mark Ruffalo. I'm trying to think of things that you would have seen that Mark is in. He's in a lot of stuff, but he's been playing for the Marvel Universe. He's been playing the Hulk for quite some time.
Oh, okay.
It's that guy. But he's a experienced senior FBI agent that gets called back into the field to investigate. He has a task force. That's where task comes from, to investigate a series of serious burglaries and try to figure out what's going on. And in the meantime, it just spirals out of control. Very good writing, very good acting, all across the board. So that's one. If you haven't seen that, if you have HBO Max, watch Task.
We no longer do, because when I downsized my DirecTV package, I got rid of that because I thought we actually had HBO Max on a different app. But so we're temporarily without HBO Max.
Gotcha.
Tuesday night, Liz and I, Paramount Plus, we finished episodes 9 and 10. So we finished Dexter Resurrection. One kill I wasn't real happy with. But all in all, I think it's the end. But the way they finished it, like if everybody, hey, let's bring the band back together, there's ways they can go with it.
Sure.
But like I said, I actually think it may have been better than the original Dexter had a couple seasons, but so that's not apples to apples comparison, but
right.
Resurrection was very good. I highly recommend it. Paramount Plus, 10 episodes, about 45-ish minutes each.
All right. Is that it for shows?
And finally, last night, we watched part 2. Part 1 we watched before we went on vacation. It's on Netflix. Netflix Films, a.k.a. Charlie Sheen. All I'll say is you can't say he's your hero because of all the shit he's done, but how refreshing this is. He's 60 years old, been there, done that, mistake after mistake, this lived his life his way, blah, 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 blah. And normally in these type stories, you hear, well, you know, my teacher made me stand in the corner when I was in 4th grade, and that scarred me for life. Or my mom and dad got divorced, and I never recovered from that. Or I saw my 445-pound aunt bare naked, and I just couldn't over. He owned it. He just, I kind of fucked up. I mean, you know, this, you know, because this was going on, this is going on, and
he had the money and the fame to fuck up.
Yep, and he doesn't. He doesn't blame anybody. It's like, hey, I lived hard. I mean, and like the one interview they show from before, he's like, well, I mean, he was doing like his drug dealer even said, he said, when he says he was doing a 7-gram rock or whatever that is, but he was smoking a 7-gram rock. And this guy says, like, I don't know how the fuck this guy does this.
Right.
And he just kept rolling. So, but anyway, so that's actually very interesting. It's 2 parts, hour and a half each. Why they broke it in 2 parts. But anyway, very interesting.
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, a.k.a. Charlie Sheen.
A.k.a. Charlie Sheen. Got it. Music.
Yes.
New?
My new is Violent Nature from I Prevail, released September 19th, 2025. 10 songs, 32 minutes. There's a couple songs on there where you can see they're trying to go a little bit mainstream, where you can make a little more money.
Mm-hmm.
But there's about 2 or 3 songs on there, including the self-titled "I Prevail."
Yeah.
Where it's vintage, Violent Nature. The track titled "Violent Nature."
Yes.
And a couple others are hardcore "I Prevail" songs, where it's nothing but it's like legit scream and pounding instruments.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple songs that, hey, these are pretty good. And it's like, they're getting older. And it's like, you know what? Let's try to make a little money here.
Right.
But we'll keep our loyal fans. But it's actually a real good album. I've actually listened to it 3 times, probably because it's only 32 minutes, but listened to it 3 times.
So I went and just kind of did a scroll through my Apple Music again to the Today's Country. Kind of did one of these, like scrolled, put my finger on it. Today's Country. Big X the Plug. I don't know if you know who that dude is.
Mm-mm.
So first time I saw him, I kind of looked at that, and I looked him up. I'm like, oh yeah, I saw the making of a music video back when you started your Shabuzi kick. I was, doing some searching on stuff, and I came across a YouTube video that had him and Big X doing Home, which I thought was a Shabuzi song, but it's not. It's a Big X song on his album, that Shabuzi was doing with him. So this album it's a duet album called I Hope You're Happy. It was out August 21st, 2025, 16 songs, 29 minutes. So the artists that are on this album, along with Big X, include Shabuzi, Ella Langley, Luke Combs, Jelly Roll, Darius Rucker, Tucker Wetmore, Thomas Rhett, Inc., and Bailey Zimmerman. So Bailey Zimmerman is almost, I didn't know who that cat was, but he's almost Morgan Wallen clone. I mean, I thought it was Morgan Wallen when he started singing, but
I wouldn't have known either. But
some of them, though, are, especially like with the songs that you can look up that you might appreciate, All the Way with Bailey Zimmerman. That's a good song. And Bailey Zimmerman, like I said, a couple of Morgan Wallens you would recognize, because I mean, they even made it like sort of top 40, because Morgan Wallen, I'm not going to say he ushered in a pseudo rap style country music, current country or contemporary country, but there's some that almost don't sound country, but they are.
Right.
And that's what that one sounded like. Hell at Night with Ella Langley. She's got a really nice country, but in this song, kind of I don't want to say sultry because that makes it sound sexy, but she kind of broke up with a boyfriend. And so the rap parts of this that Big X is doing, it's when they transition from Ella to Big X, it's kind of like, okay, you're going from BFE country type style to urban rap.
Right.
Except if you listen to the lyrics, I think you would really like the lyrics. It's kind of, he gets into that thing like, she's pissed because she got broken up with, and I'm paraphrasing, but he's kind of like, and he's rhyming. I suck at rapping, so I can't do this, but he's kind of like, yeah, I hope you ride a bike with the seat missing. I hope you have an anvil fall on your face. That is
right.
just that kind of a thing. And it's kind of,
well, hopefully it's better than that.
Well, it is.
Right,
it is. It's way better. I told you I suck at that kind of thing. But that was my new.
All right, my old. I went number math guy here, 48, 50. I went with number 58 on the top 100 albums of all time. I can't even remember the source I used, but I just looked it up. How did I come up with 58, you ask? Violet's birthday is 10/25/23. Well, that's her date of birth. Her birthday will be every year on 10/25, not just the 20. Right. So, but 10 plus 25 is 35 plus 23 is 58. And hopefully I got those numbers right, or I'm the world's worst grandpa. But I'm sure it's going to be easy for me to remember because we wanted Kelsey to have the baby on Liz and I's anniversary, and that was the due date. But it went an extra day. Gotcha. Liz and I's anniversary is 10/24. They had Violet the next day. The only thing is, I'm hoping it wasn't 2 days later, and I'm a fucking gigantic piece of shit. But anyway, I went with number 58.
Grandpas get a pass.
Thank you. Yeah. Because we're old and forget shit. And, it might be the tumor in my face from beating my fucking self up.
That could have something to do with it.
But anyway, number 58 on this list was Alive with an exclamation point from Kiss. Released September 10th, 1975. So 50 years before my Something New.
Yeah.
2-disc set. I distinctly remember having the album. And kids, what an album is, it's a big vinyl record that came into a sleeve. And this was a double album, a double disc set.
Right.
And I remember opening it up.
I remember that.
It came with a picture book, like 8 pages of the band in various concerts.
Yeah.
But like Deuce, Strutter, Nothing to Lose, Cold Gin, and then of course Rock and Roll All Night.
Right.
All obviously they're live recordings at concerts, and that's why it's called Kiss Alive.
Right.
So, but yeah, what an album. There's some songs that never got much mainstream, but I mean, there's enough hits on there where this is the killer album.
So mine, when I thought of old, I'm like, well, all the stuff I've had on my playlist. I haven't updated I guess I have in the last year, maybe one or two little things, but not much. F1 Trillion, I've updated that. I don't know if it's much else than that. However, I just again did a boom, and it was Luke Bryan, so another country. Literally not joking, 2 countries in a row. So I'm like, all right, it's meant to be. Let's do it. But Luke Bryan, I didn't understand. Like, he was probably after Garth Brooks, he was the next like megastar. And I wasn't into country at the time, but you've heard a lot of the songs. So, for example, like One Margarita, Knockin' Boots, What She Wants Tonight. That was on the Born Here, Live Here, Die Here album. But so many, there's a ton of his songs that made it not only on the country, but into the top 40 type stuff.
Might be 100% wrong.
Yeah.
And it's irrelevant, but I just want to. Was Luke Bryan the one that was playing in Vegas when that shooter was there? Or who was that?
I don't think so, but I can't remember. I'm going to be honest. I can't remember.
I know it was a country act.
But like Luke Bryan does The Voice. He was on The Voice at one point, or American Idol. I think he started American Idol. But anyway, I can't remember if he was at that shooting. You mean the guy that was shooting from the building?
Well, that wasn't Blake Shelton.
No.
Or Luke Bryan.
Oh.
Yeah, the guy that was from the hotel and just shooting down in the crowd, just killing people.
Yeah.
I know it was a country western act.
Yes.
And I know it was in Las Vegas.
I can't remember.
And I don't know who it was.
No, I don't either.
So,
in any event, a little research, and that was interesting.
I'd like to say I'd look it up in the break, but we don't have breaks when we go live.
Nope.
So.
Inside the ropes.
Let's go inside the ropes, and this will be somewhat quick, even though I got some results to talk about.
Right. Are you talking about Raw first? Because I have a Raw question.
I've got a Mike sort out his deficiency statement.
Okay.
I'm so far behind on the wrestling.
Yeah.
And
yeah, understandable. You're coming from a different time zone.
Old Mike would start at the end where I left off and go through, but there's only so many things that you can avoid spoilers on. So I'm thinking I might just pick up my WWE because I haven't seen anything in like 2 weeks. I might just pick it up tomorrow, SmackDown.
There you go.
Because I know the results of WrestlePalooza.
Yeah.
Which I tried to rewatch it. One TV wouldn't even let me get in. In the other TV, it kept saying, oops, there was an error, try again. So I could never watch it. So I certainly hope I don't have to give up my WWE pay-per-views or premium live events because I'm not paying more money. Because I already have the Hulu, Disney, ESPN, and a cable network, which is supposed to allow me access to this new fandangled ESPN thing, but I have not been able to watch WrestlePalooza. So anyway, what was your Raw question? I probably haven't seen it, but maybe I can shoot from the hip.
I think it's something that's been ongoing, so you might be able to pick it up. I just saw a picture when I was on our Facebook page, and Rhea Ripley was blue, like a Smurf.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
So apparently on Raw,
mommy.
There she is. Yeah, about that color, but a little more blue. Apparently, she's got something going with us. Is it Asuka? Asuka.
Yeah,
and Asuka did something and
like spit blue mist in her face, probably.
Yeah, what's the blue mist? What is that?
Oh, it's like from all the old Japanese wrestlers would have a mist. What was his name? Kabuki. And he like all of a sudden you'd spit mist in your eye when the referee wasn't looking. But so that must. But
I mean, she was blue.
Yeah,
face, chest, all the way down to her waist.
It's quite a load. I mean, it's so.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
it was a little late, but.
But yeah.
Okay. All right. That was my question.
And then there's something going on with Bailey. I don't know if it's a work or a shoot or if she's really leaving the company or whatever. But again, I'm behind, but kind of scratching my head over like that Lesnar Cena match. It was essentially a fucking squash match. So John Cena's farewell tour, he was the victim of squash match. Squatch. Dr. Squatch is the soap I use. Squash match.
Right.
That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It's like, okay, hey, see you later, champ. The never seen 17, greatest of all time, and just got beat like a drum. So
right. I that was one of my questions right here too. Like, why?
And answer your question when you were talking about it inside it, I've heard Stephanie Vacker, and Stephanie Vacour.
Right.
I don't know which is which is right.
Right.
I'm gonna go Vacour because
sounds better.
It's Jim Cornette calls her Vacker.
Okay.
And he just always butchers names intentionally.
Yeah. Right.
And then AEW had their All Out. WrestlePalooza was 5 matches. AEW's was 13. They did put the strap on Chris Statlander. Took it off Tony Storm. I like that. Cage and Cope beat FTR. Mark Briscoe beat MJF, which is kind of intriguing booking, if you will, because for like the first 3 years Mark Briscoe was with the company, he lost to every Tom, Dick, and Harry on the roster, and now he beats probably the best heel. So the fans love Mark Briscoe, and Mark Briscoe is a legendary wrestler, especially when Dem Boys, the tag team he had with his brother Jay, who was killed in a car crash like 2 years ago. But he lost they didn't book him properly, so he just became a schlep. And now they've got him beating the biggest star which whatever. Mercedes Moné beat Rio, and Rio is, if she's 80 pounds, I'm surprised.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, she's small. Okada retained, and then John Moxley beat Darby Allin, which was weird to me. And then Adam Page beat Kyle Fletcher, which I don't know what they see in Adam Page. Kyle Fletcher.
You got to stop listening to Cornette.
All I say is Fletcher. It's Kyle Fletcher is the best wrestler on that show.
Right.
Needs a little work on mic skills, but he's getting better.
Okay.
And he went from like a skinny, flabby 24-year-old, and now he's just a chiseled, almost dare I say, Greek god 26-year-old.
That's high praise coming from you.
But I guess he would be an Australian god because he's not from Greece, he's from Australia. So anyway. Right. But I'll get back into it, but I'm really kind of pissed that I couldn't easily watch that WrestlePalooza.
So the CM Punk AJ Lee, any opinions on how that turned out?
I think if you remember on episode 300, I said Lee would pin. Well, she didn't pin her; she tapped her out.
Okay.
I said there's no way Seth is losing to CM Punk, and it was AJ Lee submitted the man.
Right. Okay.
So
gotcha.
So they can still go with that.
Punk and Lee won.
Yes,
but Rollins didn't get beat.
Yes, Rollins is still.
All right. I gotcha. Is that it?
I think that's it. I think it's time to rate the Lagunitas.
All right.
All right. I got my rating down.
So this one. Let's check and see over here. All right, Untapped. Or no, I'll go with mine first.
Yeah.
Sorry. Got a little ahead of myself. 3.50. Enjoyed it. It's a good IPA. It's almost sessionable. I mean, it's like it's not too bitter. It's, you get like you said, it's the reverse of a lot of the IPAs we get, especially the hazies.
Right.
You get the fruit and stuff on the pull, and then on the finish, you get the hoppy IPA flavor. This one's the opposite. You get the IPA on the pull, and then it's a smooth, almost Pilsner-like finish. So I don't know. I'd 3.50.
I went 3.2 because this is something you just sit and pound. This we abuse this
statement
analogy.
I know what you're going to say.
A lot, but I truly think this could be an effective lawn mowing beer.
Sure.
Because it's 3.2.
At 6.2%.
Yeah, you get fucked up. But well, speaking of which, it's been over 2 weeks since my grass has been cut. I would have thought at least one of the thousands of listeners would have at least said, you know what, I'm going to do my favorite podcaster a favor and come over and cut his lawn. But I didn't. And then this week, I just did not had time.
You are going to be so pissed on Monday. My front lawn has been so easy to mow because it's been so thin and dry around here. And then the 2 weeks of and I didn't mow my lawn at all the week previous. And with the cooler temperatures at night, and then now we're getting the moisture. And I mean, I got 6 bags out there on the driveway, and I wasn't bagging at all. So I can't wait to see what the hell you're going to need a dump truck. But all right, this one here, ladies and gentlemen, let me look this up. Holy shit.
That might be.
Is that the most check-ins?
It's probably very close.
793,000 check-ins. Damn near 800,000 check-ins on
Lagunitas is coast to coast, though. So.
It is for sure. It's a macro brewery out of I don't think I said that before.
Petaluma, California.
793,000 check-ins, and those people came in at 3.69. So we're kind of in the ballpark. It's not a 4.0 IPA.
No.
But it's
very drinkable.
It's very drinkable, solid
and enjoyable.
IPA. Legendary, according to the can.
Yes.
So I'm going to get out the other ones and then read that, unless you want to read it for the first time.
No, because I wouldn't be able to. No, you're good. Okay. You're our ad reader. I'll just sit and stare lovingly into the camera and wait for the next beer.
All right.
Well, the Lagunitas beast of both worlds.
Yes.
I want the beast of both worlds.
Little Van Halen adaptation. But you know what the best of both worlds are, Mike?
What's that, Dave?
Going to the Maple Grill and getting some food and a craft beer.
Oh, absolutely.
100%. The Maple Grill is an amazing farm-to-table counter service restaurant and microbrewery offering a rotating selection of the finest and freshest local items available and cooked over an open kitchen's wood-fired grill. The Maple Grill not only offers the greatest of local fare, but wood-fired craft beers and seltzers as well. But wait, before you get into the car, go to their website, themaplegrill.net. That's GRILLE.net. Check out the current menu and see what's on tap, and then get yourself to 13105 Gratiot Road in Hemlock, Michigan. And when you get there,
tell them Mike and Dave sent you.
Exactly. All right, this next one. Like Mike said, Lagunitas, the beast of both worlds. I think this is the way that this was brewed was a combination trying to meet up with the West Coast hoppy, dry hop style and the East Coast New England hazy IPA. Here we go. Hazy flavors without haze, West Coast hopping without bitterness. This double IPA with Mosaic, Citra, Strata, and Sabro hops is quite the contrary kaiju. You know what a kaiju is?
No.
That's one of those giant, I don't know if Godzilla is necessary. I think Godzilla is a kaiju.
Oh, okay.
So there's a couple other movies I'm not even going to bother because they were sci-fi and you didn't watch them.
The can says the greatest beer this side of the Mississippi. Which side is that? Dunno. We were never one for directions. Beer speaks. People mumble.
This comes in at 8.0 and 48 IBUs. Yeah, Chuck, that's because Dave went out and got a laptop that actually does what it's supposed to be doing.
So is that brand new?
No, it's not. We'll talk about that.
Oh, because that was supposed to be a joint business.
It is
expense.
It will, and I think if I remember our conversation, I stayed within budget.
All right, but it's not. It's new or not new? Or
it's not new. It's a $1,700 laptop that did not cost $1,700. Let's put it that way.
Oh, it's stolen. Is it hot? Is it hot?
Hot as the thing in my shorts. Do a little crotch pot cooking.
I went. Cheers.
Cheers.
I did a Seinfeld, and you did a what?
Good Morning Vietnam.
Okay.
Yeah. Good notes.
See, so it was equipment then.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I did
my
research.
And we never use my computer because my computer doesn't have any of the ports.
Well, we can fit. We'll see.
All right.
We'll see. I might have a solution.
That's off air convo.
But the other thing about this is, remember, and I said this before, trying to find that damn button they said was somewhere in here.
Yeah, when you
shut off the upload to YouTube. So the YouTube upload might be a little later tonight because it's not doing it right now like it was before. Because we were live streaming to all of you, and it was uploading the copy that it would save onto YouTube at the same time. And anyway.
And if Nick Witzke's watching, I apologize for blocking the Joker car label. Right? No, it's not blocking it right now.
No, that's good.
Because I got to show the beer cans.
So next year, hopefully, we're going to get we're going to get a sticker made, and we're going to have it on Nick's car.
And we also are doing a meet and greet with his sponsors and the pod in the Dixie press box.
In the press box. 100%. All right. Well, thanks, Chuck. Appreciate it. That's good feedback. Good to know. All right. So the second beer, we just did that, and it is time for...
Get my phone out for this part.
Well, you got your phone. I had to do this because my phone's being used right now. All right.
Today at 8 p.m., my sprinkler system winterization isn't today. That idiots. It's tomorrow. Why would that fucking...
I don't know.
Anyway.
All right. So we're going to talk about your Red Sox, MLB overall, and we have to talk about the Tigers.
Wait. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there right now.
Oh, right. Okay.
All right. So
are they still winning right now?
In the it was 3-1 last I saw.
Okay.
Red Sox are 0-0. But mind numbing. To quote Clark W. Well, I'll get to that in a second. So still the best in the bigs, the Milwaukee Brewers, 96-63 or a 604 winning percentage. And I'm standing by. In fact, I'm fucking doubling down.
Really?
That the Milwaukee Brewers are not representing the national. I don't give a fuck. They're not.
Okay.
Still anybody. Yeah, they're not going to the World Series.
All right.
And they're definitely not beating the New York Yankees.
No.
But so they're the best in the.
Well, they wouldn't play the Yankees to get to
the World Series.
In the World Series.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But in the American League, what the fuck happened?
I don't know.
You know, to quote Clark W. Griswold, surprised? If I woke up tomorrow with my head sewn to the carpet, I wouldn't be any more surprised than I am right now. On July 8th, the Tigers were 15.5 games ahead of the Guardians. On August 25th, the Tigers were 12.5 games ahead of the Guardians.
Yeah.
On September 4th, that's fucking a minute ago.
Right.
September 4th. The Tigers were 11 games ahead of the Guardians, and last night
the
Guardians leapfrogged them to lead the division. And not only that, the Red Sox at 87-71 have a better record than the fucking Tigers, who were the best team in the American League the entire year.
So I know you're not a big Bill Simonson. I mean, I don't think you're an anti-Bill Simonson, but the huge show.
Yeah.
Bill lost his mind today. Absolutely lost his mind.
But I have not shit talked yet simply because the way Detroit teams bend me over the table, stick it right up there, no lube, sandpaper finish. Detroit goes to Boston Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They got our back end of our pitching staff because Toronto saw Lucas Giolito, Garrett Crochet, and Brian Bayo tonight. Brian Bayo currently a 0-0. So, in fact, Cora's calling me right now. I'll have to get back to him because I'm doing a live stream. He probably wants me to start pitching tomorrow. And I'm going to say, well, if you can get a lot of my listeners on the Green Monster, maybe I'll do it. But anyway, so I'm not talking shit yet because it's the Tigers, the Red Sox, and the Astros battling for 2 playoff spots.
So,
I mean, I guess Cleveland could still lose if they lose tonight and then get swept this weekend by the Rangers. So I guess it's
so what's the chance of the Tigers not even making it and the Astros getting in? Would it be the Astros?
Yes.
Yeah.
But that means Cleveland or Detroit would have to lose to Boston too. Because the Detroit, I think, is 1 game behind the Red Sox and 1 game ahead of the Astros. But the Astros won today 11-5. In the last, like I said, the last I checked, Detroit was up 3-1.
3-1.
So, but then if Toronto beats Boston, then Detroit gets a game closer, and then Detroit and Cleveland, I think, will be tied again. So, but it's just amazing because I remember. So we're on episode 302. I want to say like 288 when I was questioning Cora's rotational decisions.
Right.
I said, when you're the Tigers and you have a 15-game lead, you can pull a guy out of the crowd and say, hey, you're starting for us because I want to set up my rotation. The Red Sox don't have that luxury. And now all of a sudden the Tigers are it's if this was a movie, you would have left the movie and saying, it was a decent movie, but there's no way that fucking would have happened how they lost that lead like that. I mean, this is almost Charlie Sheen, major league-esque.
So if they don't make the playoffs, I think somebody said it would be the biggest drop in the shortest amount of period of time of a MLB team.
If they could make the playoffs and then win the World Series and all would be right with the world. But if they make the playoffs and don't win the division, it's still the biggest collapse. I mean, this is bigger than the Red Sox collapse in 78 against the Yankees. I think they were only 11 games ahead of the Yankees in August.
Right.
And then they've had 163 when Bucky fucking Dent hit one off Mike Torres into the screen on the Green Monster well before there were seats on the Green Monster. Because not everybody knows that there wasn't always seats on the Green Monster.
I didn't know that. All right. That was my MLB question.
But more MLB, the big dumper did it. He hit 2 bombs for 60. I didn't think he'd get there. He did.
Yep.
On the night that the Mariners clinched the division. So they were important homers.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was against Colorado Rockies.
It's nice that it contributed. Well, yeah.
But
yeah, good for him.
And then Judge hit 50 for the 4th time in his career. What do you want to do? Golf, NASCAR, or college football? The only college football I'm aware of is that the Canes are up to number 2.
That's right. Now, Ryder Cup.
Yes.
Now, you should be interested in this. This is fun stuff. And Mike even admitted he watches like 2 or 3 of the majors and the Ryder Cup. And I made up a kind of a cheat sheet or a pick'em sheet this afternoon at 4:00. The pairings were decided, and tomorrow in the morning will be foursomes. Now they call it foursomes here. Most of us call it alternate shot. So
here we call it an orgy.
Whatever. So read off who's playing who in the.
So we have DeChambeau and Thomas versus Rahm and Hatton. Scheffler and Henley versus Ludwig Oberg and Matt Fitzpatrick. Match 3, Colin Morikawa and Harris English versus Rory McIlroy and Tommy Fleetwood. I've got all my money on McIlroy and Fleetwood in that one.
Yeah, I mean that's a low. I mean, you
Patrick
just put your
Cantlay and
players.
Xander Schauffele versus Robert McIntyre and Victor Hovland.
So the thing to note, if you look at who's on the bench, right? So there's 4 players, 8 are playing. There's 4 players each for USA and Europe on the bench. Now, what do you notice between my notes right there between Europe's bench and our bench?
Our bench has a bunch of 0-0-0, which I don't even know what that means.
They've never played in this.
Okay.
This is their debut.
And then like Europe has, Rose.
You got fucking Justin Rose.
Well, when does the bench get used?
So they can get used in the afternoon. So in the afternoon they play best ball. So what they'll do is it's alternate shot in the morning. In the afternoon, each person plays their own ball, but they take the best of the 2 scores against the other team.
Okay.
And the lowest score wins the hole, or if it's tied, it's tied. But it's as far as like, I know a lot of people, they can't, they think you're watching golf and it's like watching paint dry. Every shot, every hole means something, whether they're going to score points or not. The actual, like a score on each hole is kind of irrelevant.
Right.
You either win the hole or you don't win the hole.
Right.
And so anyway, but yeah, I mean, you got Justin Rose has got he's 14-9-3. There's a little bit of experience there. Yeah.
I was watching Golick and Golick on FanDuel Sports, and they were interviewing somebody from Team Europe, and they were saying, so what are you guys expecting? What's off limits? And the guy chuckled. He said, I'm not really sure what's off limits, but there was a pretty good one. Somebody said something about John Rahm and Ozempic. So has John Rahm lost a lot of weight?
I haven't seen him because he's been playing live.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
But so the golfers are expecting heckling.
Okay.
And everything, which is the way it should be.
Sure.
So
rock on. But yeah, that's this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday is singles matches. So then they got to pick, who's going to play who in match play.
Right.
And match play is you win a hole. You could shoot 100 and get, a 25 on one hole. It doesn't matter. You lost the hole.
Right.
You're that 25 is kind of irrelevant.
Correct.
Yeah. All right. NASCAR. Want to do it?
Yeah.
All right. The USA Today 301 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway last week. That was that 1 mile oval track in London, Lound. Yeah, that's the way.
Loud, New Hampshire.
Whatever. What? Okay, so I can't read. Fuck you. All right. Nicknamed the Magic Mile. You had Elliott and I had Logano. So Logano finished 4th for a 3rd, and Mr. Elliott, the number 9 car, finished 5th for a 4th.
Yep.
So you're right behind me. I actually was in the money this past week, so that was good. The playoff picture, these next 2 races, so this weekend and the following weekend will determine when they cut down to 8.
Yes.
So this weekend is the Hollywood Casino 400 at Kansas Speedway, Kansas City. 1.5 mile tri-oval. So it's kind of got on the one straightaway. It kind of goes out a little bit and comes back. You've got the 45 car of Tyler Reddick.
Yep,
he's 20 to me.
He's 23 points out. The drivers I wanted to pick were already picked.
Okay.
It's put up or shut up. I mean, he's 23 points out. He's got to make a move.
Between Tyler Reddick and Ross Chastain.
I want Ross Chastain to win, so I will not curse him.
Okay. But I mean, between those 2 drivers, as far as their aggressiveness, you know what I mean? As long as they don't end up DNF, they'll do well if they're motivated. I had to go with Joey Logano again.
Yep.
Joey, I picked him when he was down right at the cutoff, going from 15 to 12, because I thought exact same strategy. He was motivated enough to do what he needed to do and take some risks, and it's worked out so far. So I've got him again for this week.
All right.
Yep. College football.
Like I said, I know nothing.
Go through it quick.
Other than the Canes are number 2.
Okay, I'll go through it really quick. So this week, SEC teams to watch: Missouri, Oklahoma, Ole Miss. The Big 12 teams, Texas Tech is on a roll. Keep an eye on them. ACC, the U is number 2. And
who is number 1? Is it Georgia? I don't. Or
Ohio State.
Okay,
Ohio State. Yep, Ohio State.
OH.
And in the top 10, there's 5 SEC teams again. So SEC is still dominating. The Big 10. Did you see that drubbing? Did you see this Indiana score?
Yes, I did, which is weird because Illinois was allegedly ranked
number 9.
Yeah.
Single digits. So that was my question to everybody. Is that fall from number 9 to number 23 one of the largest drops in a single week ever? The question is, or the answer is no. The biggest drop is a minus 16. So 9 to 23 is 14.
Yes.
Yeah. So 16 is the biggest drop. And there are several teams that did that. Notre Dame, some of the big boys have done that in the past with a big loss to like Appalachian State and those kind of things. USC, top of the Big 10. Who'd have thunk?
By beating Michigan State, right?
Now, obviously, Ohio State has the same record, but for whatever reason, the polls online have USC at the top. Oh, I think because they have an extra win. They have an extra game over everybody else in the Big 10.
Okay.
They've played one more Big 10 game than everybody else. That's why.
So there's not 2 divisions in the Big 10 anymore?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Not the way that this ranking.
It was funny. I woke up Sunday morning.
I think they do play it that way, but when they do the rankings in the Big 10, they put them all in there.
It was like 8:30 in the morning. I was down at the restaurant, and I went to college football just to see if Miami won.
Yeah.
And it was USC 35, Michigan State 21 with like 3.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. I'm like, that's got to be a mistake. And I refreshed it again, and it went to 2 minutes to go in the fourth. And I'm like, they're on the West Coast.
Right.
So, I mean, I could have watched the end of the Michigan State game at 9 o'clock in the morning in Germany.
Right.
I mean, had I been able to get the feed.
Sure. U of M defeated Nebraska, and Nebraska was 3-0 at the time. Only beat them by 3 points. MSU, like you just said, lost to number 25 USC. And this week, week 5, I don't know. I'm feeling like it's an upset weekend based on I'm seeing the matchups. So you have a lot of almost top 25 teams going up against, especially those 15 to 25 top 25 teams have some pretty decent matchups this week. So I'm feeling a few top 25 upsets, but the big ones to watch, you got number 6 Oregon and number 3 Penn State. That'll be a hootenanny. And number 21 USC is against number 23 Illinois. We'll see if Illinois is the real deal against this one. If USC beats the crap out of them, then that whole number 9 ranking was, who knows what that was about. Yeah. Question.
What is USC?
They're at 21. Yeah, they're ranked number. They went from 25 to 21 by beating Michigan State.
And they're undefeated.
Yeah.
And Illinois got beat by 748,000 points, and they're
number 23 because they were number 9.
USC will roll them like a cheap joint.
One would think. Number 17 Alabama at number 5 Georgia. Does that even seem like a game this time?
No, it shouldn't. But
I don't know. It's kind of lost a little bit of its luster. And so those are the big ones to watch. They'll still be decent games.
Yeah.
NFL. The NFL. What do you got, Mike? Did you head now listen.
Yes, I'm listening.
The betting. So you said you went with.
Wait a second, we're not there yet. Let's talk NFL first. So the one guy, I see him at a store. He said, all those people want him back on the Lions bandwagon. We're back now.
So which here in the States or?
Yeah, no, here in the States.
All right.
And then all I did, I looked at him and said, you ain't won shit yet. Kind of upset him. He said, well, a lot of after the Green Bay game, I said, they lost to Green Bay and Baltimore's defense. Speaking of getting calls from coaches, Harbaugh called me and asked me if he thought I could suit up at linebacker. I said, I can't, not with my knees.
Right.
I'd like to be able to give it a shot, but I just don't want to embarrass myself or your team.
Right.
I said, thanks, John, for the call. I appreciate it. But he's like, well, a lot of people giving up. I said, well, somebody who gave up on the Lions after getting beat by Green Bay, they should just jump off a bridge, because that was just silliness.
Right.
And that's coming from somebody who fucking presses the panic button.
Right.
When I wake up in the morning, I press the panic button. Oh shit, the day's gone to hell. And Liz's like, well, fuck, you haven't got out of bed yet.
Or beat yourself in the head with a remote.
Well, but it got the remote to work.
Yeah, it did.
But anyway, and then the Bears, I don't know if the Bears looked that good or is Dallas's defense that bad. Because again, I did not see a play of that game.
It was surreal. I couldn't figure it out.
Lamb going down early. I don't know. That may have played a little bit of a
maybe, but
Lamb doesn't play defense though.
No, he doesn't. But is there a time when your offensive scheme and the defensive scheme they're coming in with, sometimes you just have their number? Like it's just you're kind of like you zigged when you should have zagged, and then it's all it's all messed up, and you're trying to like recover, and you do this to try to make it better, and it just makes it worse. I don't know. I have no idea. They didn't have obviously they didn't have an answer for him.
And like I said, I've called this season. I said they had to win that Viking game. For 3 quarters, they were the cat's ass. Fell apart in the 4th. I said there was no way they were in the Lions game. I didn't necessarily think they'd give up a 50 burger, but
you called it.
I called it. And then this was a winnable game. And now we go to the Raiders. I mean, if they can't beat the Raiders, it's going to be a long season. If they go 2-2, maybe they can improve as the weeks go by, whatever. Has anybody heard?
It's at Soldier Field, isn't it?
No, it's out west.
Oh, okay.
Has anybody heard? Has Amon-Ra St. Brown been fined?
Yes.
Okay, because he better have been.
Yes.
Personally, and I'm not going to repeat what he said, because as a 58-year-old, certain criteria I'm not allowed, even though I have been grandfathered in, but I'm not allowed. I don't know if after his touchdown, I don't know if you heard it. I was watching the game and I'm like, that's not going to go well.
No.
So he has been fined.
Yes. To my knowledge, he has been fined.
All right.
Yes.
And deservedly so.
Sure.
Personally, I think it's just guys being guys,
the emotion,
and athletes being athletes, and you talk shit. That I love that. That's why I'm a fan of the Miami Hurricanes.
He should have said it in German, and then nobody would have known what the hell he was saying.
Right. Well, except the one word, I think that's universal.
Maybe.
And it's not my fucking field is the least of the issues.
Right.
So.
All
So
right.
if he was fine, that's fine.
I'm 99%. I saw two, and I don't know who put it out there. I saw 2 things on social media, so obviously it was true.
Right. Oh, if it's on social media, absolutely it's
right.
true.
Where he got racked up.
All right.
For sure. All right.
Who did you pick in week 3? I heard, but I didn't have
Vikings and Colts. I rolled.
So you were 2-0.
2-0.
All right.
So I'm 2-4.
Vikings, Colt, 2-0. So year to date, you're 2-4.
Mm-hmm. Now,
I did not submit picks. Did not tell Josh or Grant or anybody. I would have taken Dallas, which was a loss because the Bears were favored. The Bears aren't good enough to be favored against anybody. So I took Dallas. And I really like Detroit at Baltimore because Baltimore's defense is decimated. That's a 1-1 record, but per any pick'em league rules, picks not posted are losses. So I will take the 0-2 because I even told you in text, I said, I'll post my picks for week 3 on the Facebook page. And I didn't do it. So instead of 1-5, I'm 0-6. I'm going to take my medicine like a man. And there's a long season left. You're 2 games ahead of me.
Yep.
Instead of 1 game ahead of me.
How many games was I ahead of you last year and you came back and almost beat me?
Yes. You were
like 4 or
Yeah.
5, 6. Yeah.
yeah, because you finished like 0-6,
Yeah.
and you beat me by a game. So so yeah, I'm not worried about it, and I'm going to take my medicine.
All right.
All right, but we're at the Cell Studio, so you pick first. I've got my 2 picks written down.
One last question. How are the 49ers doing this? You said that, if the Saints can't beat the 49ers, episode 300 or 301,
And they were getting 3.5 and lost by 5.
and then they beat the Cardinals. I mean,
They lost to the Cardinals.
I thought they won.
No, they lost to the Cardinals on safety.
Okay, I'm wrong then.
But they're without Purdy. They're without Kittle.
That's what I'm saying.
Now they're without Bosa for the year. NFL players, listen to me. Do not go to San Francisco, because if you go to San Francisco, you will be hurt.
All right. So you want me to, who do I have this week?
Yeah, you started off, and I'll give you, because I've got my 2 written down already.
All right. Seahawks versus the Cardinals.
That's tonight. So that's actually in progress.
Oh, shit. Never mind. I won't do that one then. I almost wanted to take the Bills because I think they're going to freaking annihilate the Saints. I mean, the Bills are minus 15.5. But no, you would never.
Strangely enough, money is going on the Saints because it opened 16.5.
All right. I'll do Commanders minus 1.5 at the Falcons.
Washington minus 1.5.
Yep.
All right. My first pick is I'm going to take the Titans.
Okay.
At Houston, I believe. I think they were playing Houston.
Yep, they are.
They're getting 7.5. Houston scored 10 against the Jaguars. They didn't look good in week 1 either.
They didn't look good last week either.
Yeah, that was the Jaguars. So,
I thought
maybe it was week 1 they won. Week 2 they didn't look good. Last week they scored 10 against the Jaguars. Give me the Titans plus 7 and a hook.
Okay. I guess I got to go New York plus
which New York?
Oh, sorry, Giants. No,
Jets.
That
was actually my third pick. That was my alternate.
So Jets plus 2.5 versus Miami.
Yeah, Miami's a dumpster fire. I don't know why.
I
mean, unless Fields is still out, I couldn't figure that out either. That was my third one.
Yeah.
My other one is been there, done that. I think they're slowly fading away. But if slowly fading away means you lose in the Super Bowl, there's no shame in that.
Yeah. Okay.
Baltimore's defense is banged up and injured. Baltimore goes to Kansas City, and Kansas City is getting points. Give me the Chiefs plus 2.5 against the Ravens.
All right.
And ready to rate this?
I am.
I went the beast of both worlds. I went 3.55 because I thought it was very similar to the regular IPA, but it had a little more cachet, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoyed it. Had a little more flavor. Perhaps it was the additional 1.8% alcohol, but I thought it had more of a true IPA taste and more bang for my buck. So I went 3.55.
That's why I went 3.75.
All right. Because you liked it better than the first one yourself.
For sure. All right. Let's look at this one. And all right. Untapped. Now, this one doesn't have quite the check-ins. This is 27.2 thousand check-ins. So almost 30,000 check-ins. And those 30,000 people average out to 3.80.
All right. So we're closer with this one than we were with the first one.
Yeah.
But we're lower than the Untapped on both beers.
Correct.
And while you get the third tasting, I've got to stand up and stretch my real knee because my real knee is fucking killing me. Oh. Oh, look at me. Fuck, I can do this fucking pod standing up. I'm versatile. Versatility is a key.
You've got skills.
Lucky even if I didn't have pants on, it's from the waist up.
God, I hope you got pants on. All right. So before we get into the third and final segment, gotta give a little shout out to the Grand Central Sports Bar and Grill. The Grand Central Sports Bar and Grill is a family-friendly sports bar with delicious food and a drink menu to please everyone. Looking for fun on a weekday night? Grand Central is the place to be for Trivia Mondays, Comedy Tuesdays, Hump Day Wednesdays, Thirsty Thursdays, Fish Day Fridays, Sassy Saturdays, and Sunday Fun Days with drink specials every day. Grand Central is located at 3504 State Street in Saginaw, and you can check out the menu at their Facebook page, the Grand Central Sports Bar and Grill. It's always a great time at Saginaw's hometown sports bar, the Grand Central Sports Bar and Grill. And when you get there,
tell them Mike and Dave sent you. Help me out here a little bit, Dave.
What's up? What do you want to do?
Help me get this up. Because
now I'm not doing it.
Now that I'm standing, I need the mic a little higher.
No, I'm not doing it. What do you need? Oh,
I need the mic a little higher since I'm
you
standing.
keep twisting the whole base.
Oh, okay.
So you gotta go.
There we go. All right, and those watching at home got to see technicals. I don't even know what that meant. I don't even know what that meant.
I said that quote earlier. Somebody said something about tentacles, and he had his testicles all over me. He has what? His testicles. What? No. Is he what?
Is that
what
16 candles?
No. Better Off Dead.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
He had his, the squeaky. You mean tentacles? Oh yeah, tentacles like a NT. Big difference. Big difference. All right, we are ready for Player Pass.
Have we even introduced this yet?
You know what? I should probably introduce the third beer before.
This is a Lagunitas trifecta.
It is. So I saw this variety pack. I was at Meijer. I found out they don't have much of the craft beers in the coolers anymore.
Right.
It's in the aisle, which is fine. But I saw this and I'm like, holy shit, this is awesome. Now
they just actually reset that section.
They did.
So
the something or simple something or what we've had that before on the pod.
And I actually think that is a horrible Lagunitas selection.
So
a little something.
That's why it's not. So anyway.
I mean, if you have some there, I'll drink it. I mean, I'm not opposed to drinking it.
It's in the fridge. But this one is the Lagunitas Maximus Colossal IPA. Comes in at 9% and 61 IBUs. Now, let me read this one. Maximus is our colossal take on a double IPA, full of Simcoe and Cascade hops balanced against tons of rich malted barley, a bed of smooth malted wheat, biscuity Munich malt
was just there,
and English crystal. So we got crystal in here. Let's see what happens. Maximus, massive dry hop bill, entertains with spice, floral, and berry notes. There's a tide in the affairs of big double IPAs, which post that a flood of hops leads to a fortune in liquid. In our 25 years of brewing big IPAs, we've learned that this is mostly true with one big caveat. Balance is everything. We believe Maximus to be precisely that.
All right. Let us be the judge.
A balanced Imperial double IPA.
And speaking of
and I'll do a Letterman. There we go.
Speaking of German beer, I didn't think I liked that style. I thought I was going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
Very good. And did not have a hangover one day.
Oh, nice.
There were a couple of these beers that were actually absolute dog ass, but so I just stayed away from these beers. But the Hells and the
you mean the Hefeweizens?
No, the
Weiss?
these Weiss. We'd pronounce it Weiss here.
Weiss, Weiss.
There's Weiss. And that's a wheat beer which tastes like absolute shit. The Dunkels and the Hells were actually very good. And their Oktoberfest beer that they had Cheers.
Cheers.
At Oktoberfest, nothing like Sam Adams.
Oh,
Not even remotely close.
Hmm.
It was good, but
Yeah.
not even remotely close.
I mean, when we were only there for a little more than 20, well, yeah, it was definitely like about 36 hours.
No, I don't know, because hangover is just you're just out of sorts and dragging ass, Chuck. In my opinion, a concussion, you're loopy. So yeah, I may have been a little loopy, but I was never just like, oh, my stomach hurts and I'm near a panic attack. So no, so there is a difference between a concussion and a hangover. But thanks for asking. Why I turned and looked at the chat to say that, who knows? I'm still an amateur video guy.
Right.
So,
all right. Now that we've introduced the beer, I tell you what, for a 9%,
that's very sweet. That's good.
yeah. And just like it said, it's balanced.
Very well balanced.
Player pass, ready?
Yes.
Ruby, did you pee on the floor again? Liz, I'm taking Ruby for a walk to the zoo. Player pass.
Well, because you watch, thank you very much again for that, by the way. You
Yeah.
watch Ruby for a day.
Right.
I got to see the connection because my wife's Liz and my dog's Ruby. So, yeah, let's play it.
In a post on Facebook, the Aalborg Zoo in Denmark asked people to donate unwanted pets that would be gently euthanized and fed to the predators in captivity. Chickens, rabbits, guinea pigs form an important part of the diet of our predators, they said, especially the European lynx, which needs whole prey that resembles what it would naturally hunt in the wild. The zoo also accepts horses.
Wow.
As part of the fodder program. So now the problem was in their Facebook post, they used the word pets. However, if you go down to the bottom, it said dogs and cats are excluded from the program. So donatable animals are limited to chickens, rabbits, guinea pigs, and horses.
Wow. The horse is probably thinking like, wow,
The horse is like,
how did I fall that far down the list?
Were you putting me in a category with guinea pigs and chickens? Are you kidding me? What the hell? So anyway, yeah, the zoo is taking unwanted pets to feed to the carnivores.
And you know what I say to that?
What do you say to that?
Fuck those carnivores. Because quite frankly, if the white-tailed spotted African Burmese tiger becomes extinct, I don't give a fuck. So why would I give my guinea pig to that fucking loser?
But Mike, the population of the animal that animal preys upon would explode and create all kinds of problems.
You know what? Darwinism is pretty spot on.
Right.
What's the saying? You don't have to be the fastest.
You just can't be the slowest.
Yeah, you just have to be faster than the slowest lion or the slowest llama or whatever the fucking saying is. But yeah, so fuck those. Yeah.
All right.
What's next?
Next, player pass. Last time you forget to eat me. Last time you forget to get me a sucker after going to the bank. Sorry, let me start this over. Beep, 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 beep. This is the last time you forget to get me a sucker after going to the bank.
Do you have more?
Yes.
I'll pass.
Okay. Hey, I got an idea. Let's smuggle it in strapped to a pussy.
I like it. Let's go.
All right. In May 2025, a cat was intercepted while trying to smuggle over 230 grams of marijuana and 67 grams of crack cocaine into the Pocoque Penitentiary in Costa Rica. The incident, which caught on video, had a feline attempted to climb over a fence with the drugs strapped to its fur.
No way.
Yeah.
Why did they put it in his ass or something?
I don't know.
Because then they would have just thought, hey, that's just a cat getting in there.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah, that's just bad planning. That's why they're in prison.
So you said they should put 230 grams of marijuana and 67 grams of crack cocaine in the cat's ass.
Well, in a balloon.
In a balloon in the
ass.
cat's ass.
Well, yeah, because then the guards are looking at look at that cat climbing the fence.
Going back to the first player pass, it's not a fucking tiger, Mike. You can't how much? It's a small house cat.
Yeah, still. But you can't put it on. I mean, that's not even camouflaging it. I mean,
No,
even the dumbest guard would be like,
if you go and look at this video, it looks like a freaking burro, with the packs on its back.
Yes, that's why they're in prison. They didn't fucking think things through.
Right. All right. Well, that's it for player pass.
All
hey,
right.
by the way, when you were away, I learned some German. I wanted to learn some German because I didn't want to. I didn't want to be disadvantaged, when you came back. So I
learned Danke, which is thank you.
Well, I learned the German word for constipation,
which is
far from pooping.
I
also learned the German word for bra.
Tit.
No, stop them from flopping.
Had some beef.
Oh my God, that's so bad.
Had some shoulder loin, arguably the best meal I've ever ate.
Really?
Yeah. In some
in
the wall German place, the lady spoke absolutely zero English.
Did you have your Google's Translate out?
Shelley speaks some German.
Shut up.
So
that's awesome.
We got by and we pointed at the menu.
Yeah, there you go.
So we pointed at the English side and the lady turned it over to the German side.
I just did my Google Translate and went like this.
That's how we did it someplace, not this place. So.
Okay.
And this was recommended by a local when we went to one bar who said they were done serving food. They'd serve us one drink, but they were closed. And we showed two places to the guy that served us the drinks. He said, I wouldn't eat there. And then the lady said, try this place or this place.
Yeah.
She said, there's really good food there. And she said, it didn't lead us astray because that was fucking delicious.
That's awesome. The last
and shout out to Travolta's because that fucking host, that's how you fucking treat customers.
That was the name of the restaurant?
It was Travolta's, obviously Italian, wasn't it? Yeah.
I mean, they got Mexican places. They got,
And he was fucking cool as shit. Gave us all limonchados at the end.
Yeah,
cool.
It
was great.
The last place Shelly and I ate when we were there, the waiter came up, young kid, nice, dark curly hair, good looking kid. And, obviously addressed in German, to start, and we didn't understand a word he was saying, but I'm sure he was saying something like, hey, welcome to, can I get you something to drink or something along those lines? And we said, do you speak English? He's like, oh yeah, I speak English pretty well. His dad was from New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
American. So he spent some time back and forth. So that was a really good experience. So anyway.
Do we have the death march on here?
We do.
Yeah.
That doesn't get any louder.
No. The listeners know what we're doing. So it'll just be in the background. So, all right. The first one. Brett James, 57 years old, Grammy Award winning songwriter. Why do you make this list? Because he passed away prior to the flight home in a plane crash. There's always some aviation disaster when Mike's about ready to take to the skies. So rest in peace, Brett James. I think he wrote a few of Taylor Swift's songs, and many others. But anyway, him and two others died. The two other people were so insignificant, apparently, because they didn't even name them. It was Brett James, 57, Grammy Award winning songwriter. Number 2, kind of going along with what we've talked about, Ryan Easley, 37. Who's Ryan Easley, you asked, Dave?
Who is Ryan Easley?
He was a handler linked to the Tiger King Joe Exotic. How'd he die?
By tiger.
Yes, he was killed by a tiger at a show in front of his wife and daughter.
Oh, God.
And not going to say I wish it on him.
But if
they're wild animals and you think they're your friends, they're not.
Until they bite you in the head.
The old the old fuck around and find out. It's like, he thought this guy, and apparently this tiger that killed him had a real good relationship with him. I mean, he had worked with him a lot in various different shows. Here, I think it was in Oklahoma at a show and he was doing shit. So, and Chuck said he can hear it fine on the
great
iMusic. Sweet.
Thanks, Chuck.
Chuck's the man.
You are the man tonight.
So,
yeah,
I'm not saying I'm glad he's dead.
No, but
when just like the skyscraper climber that climbs a skyscraper with no gear, who falls to his death. You're like, well.
It happens.
Yeah, what was your other option, buddy?
Yeah.
So, anyway, and number 3, Sean Clark. Sean Clark, 50. Assistant coach at UCF, Central Florida. I think they're the Black Knights, right? Yeah.
I think so.
The Black Knights of Central Florida. And former coach of Appalachian State, 2020 to 2024. 50 is just too young.
Yep.
I'm 58.
Well,
you might say, well, 37 is younger than 50, but he was fucking with a tiger. I mean, it's a dangerous job.
Yeah. So I have an apology to Jake and Larry, Grandpa Blackhawk. So they gave me Robert Redford last week, and I looked at it, and because of technical stuff and everything going on, and this and that, I wanted to do Robert Redford justice. I wanted to really research it and go through all the shit because that's a big one.
I would never hear the end of it if I put Robert Redford this week because there was a death that Nate wanted me to put. I can't even remember who it was, but he died after episode and he didn't fit the criteria. So I didn't put Robert Redford on this because Nate would never fucking let me live it down. And he said, well, you didn't put so-and-so on the list when I did. And I can't, Nate will tell me, hey, it was this guy that I was talking about. And I was like, Nate, that happened. And, it's over and done with. It has to happen between episodes.
Right.
Redford was before 301.
And I screwed it up.
We're at 302.
That's why I'm apologizing. I screwed it up. I should have found time or made time, but Robert Redford, rest in peace.
Yes. So he's not our next one to die.
No.
Rest in peace. What was your favorite Robert Redford movie?
Wow. I'd like to go back because a lot of his new stuff was just like cameo type.
Right.
I mean, you could go Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, but that's almost cliche-ish.
And I, quite honestly, I don't know if I've ever seen that start to
I've only
finish.
seen parts. Yeah.
And Paul Newman fucking carried his ass. Paul Newman was way better looking at that age, at that juncture of their career.
Yeah. No,
Paul Newman was a fucking stud when he was younger.
Oh, yeah.
Some would say Robert Redford was too. Robert Redford wasn't my type. Paul fucking Newman was a fucking man.
All right. I really can't. I can't.
Would you go Indecent Proposal or The Natural?
The Natural.
Oh, I liked Indecent Proposal. Those are the kind of questions I like.
That was with Woody Harrelson and
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore, yeah.
$1 million.
Yeah.
Want to fuck your wife.
Yeah. Well, I mean, from the plot line, you probably appreciate that more than.
Well, The Natural's kind of corny. I mean, he hit a ball 5 million feet and he broke the bat, and then he was terrible. I mean, it was good.
Yeah.
I don't even, outside of those 3 movies, I'm not really sure I can name many other.
That's the problem.
Redford movie, but he was in a lot.
He was in a lot.
Yeah. And then one of his female co-stars was devastated. It's like, well, he was 89.
Yeah.
Did you think he was living forever?
Right.
Come on. Lighten up, Toots. And by the way, other than my wife, thank you, hun, for having my back. Everybody busts my balls when I get a softball that I choke on. Nobody fucking lined up and said, wow, you got fucking Dead Poet Society quick, dude.
Yeah, you did. You did. They should have.
Other than my wife. Nobody else said shit. Otherwise, like, how did you not know that was blah?
What? Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I fucking choked. I fucking nailed Dead Poet Society,
Yes, you
and
did.
not a fucking person gave me credit.
Yes, you
So
did.
fuck all you people.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
All right. So the person that picked this one was me.
Okay.
All right.
Every once in a while, you got to do it yourself.
Right. I said, who? I was trying to decide. I'm like, well, Eric, I couldn't figure out if Eric and Nate, who I did last, and Liz, I know and your kids and blah, blah, blah. And so anyway, I picked it. Number 87.
Okay. Could be tough.
87.
Not a great movie, probably.
Might be tough.
Yeah.
Ready?
I think so.
87 out of the top 100 movie quotes, according to the source that I use. These go to 11.
These go to 11. That's
These go to 11.
All I can think is gambling. I'll go Ocean's 13.
Nope. Go back a little farther. 1984. But these go to 11. You may not have seen the movie. I'm not sure. I would have thought maybe you would have seen the movie.
Was it a Ron Jeremy flick?
Nope.
Oh, okay. What was I insinuating?
It's a cult classic. It's not it didn't really win any awards, but it's a cult classic.
I'm dying to know how These Go to 11 is a classic line to a movie. So what is it?
Cult classic.
Right, cult classic.
Yeah, okay. Not I would characterize a classic as most people have seen the movie, but
so how does a cult classic These Go to 11 make the top 100 lines?
This is Spinal Tap.
Oh, I never saw it.
Yeah, okay.
There is they're doing a remake to it. Not a remake, part 2. Okay.
So I go to look at this because I've never seen the movie myself. I go to research it.
I know it's
and 2 weeks
Lenny
ago
from Laverne and Shirley, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So 2 weeks ago, these guys were in character, in costume on the Jimmy Kimmel show. I think it was the episode before he got told he was. And
the greatest Jimmy Kimmel lines. He refers to someone as FCC biscuit. That's fucking hilarious.
So anyway, yeah. So they were on Jimmy Kimmel 2 weeks ago plugging This is Spinal Tap 2.
All right.
Called The End Continues.
Okay.
So
I've seen parts of that.
I'll take
I'll like my 0-2 picks for not submitting them. I'll take my loss here like a man. Again, I've seen parts of it. I actually thought I thought it was a shitty movie because I'm not really a music guy. I think if you're more of a music person,
how are you not a music guy?
Not to that degree.
Okay.
I listen to shit, but not when they're
but even Spinal Tap, because they're more like metal, kind of like
right. But I just didn't like that.
Okay.
In fact,
it's supposed to be a comedy, like almost a spoof.
Exactly.
Right? I mean,
so I've seen parts of it, but I've never would have got these. So what are they referring to? These go to 11. So come on, Chuck. Chuck may have known that. May have been more in Chuck's wheelhouse. He might have been a Spinal Tap guy. And Chuck, by the way, is our Flights, Football, and Anything Else viewer of the week.
He is. You are the viewer of the week.
Dave will send you new computers for your efforts. All right.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I just got back from Germany. What the fuck do I have to complain about?
No, I'm good, man.
Yeah, I mean, I could nitpick over something, but people are like, whoa, what are you fucking
No.
bitching about?
No, I'm still
Other than none of my loyal fucking cult following
right.
cut my grass, but
That
I can't expect anybody to cut my grass.
Right.
So fuck you would be unwarranted, I think.
yeah. I mean, right now
if Coach Truckle was any kind of coach, he would have said, hey, he would have sent the team over there with multiple mowers and cut the grass. But
Right.
hey, who am I to judge, right, Ryan?
right. Yeah. I mean, I'm still swimming in my pool.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When do you close that fucker?
As soon as I see it gets if I see multiple days in the 50s, done.
Okay.
And I'm looking like it's going to be 81 on Sunday. So I'm going swimming on Sunday. And then that following week, all 70s so if I'm mowing the lawn and I get done mowing the lawn, I'm in the pool.
See, I knew that beautiful first couple weeks of football when it was 60-something was a fucking dick tease. Because now we're late September, early October, and we're in the 80s.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm going to have to give in and say global warming is a real thing. Fuckers. All right.
Right.
I think it's time to rate this beer.
I think it is.
I'm not going to blow up. I could check give the listeners one update on the
Now,
Tigers and the
You
Red
said you
Sox.
had an either, but no or.
Oh,
Do you want to do that or skip it this
yeah.
week?
I'm skipping. We're skipping it this week. They were lame,
All right.
but good catch, Dave. Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks for keeping me on my toes.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
I've got mine written down. Shoot when you're ready.
390.
Fuck you. I got 389. Best of the night. Drank smoother than the balance, as it said. It drank smoother than a 9.
Heck yeah.
If I had another one, I could get slightly there. I might start punching myself. That could make another video. Watch Mike slap himself. I bet you we get viewers out of our ass.
I've got two remotes that are the same. They're both saying Samsung TVs sitting right here. So yeah.
All right. What does On Tap say about this beer?
All right.
This was very good, and the balance is the key.
It is. I got to look that up, and slightly more, but definitely not into the hundreds of thousands of check-ins.
So this is clearly their flagship beer. Then
has to be
793 check-ins.
Well, even
793,000 check-ins.
This is an IPA with training wheels,
right?
So I mean, anybody that wants to try an IPA, this is the one you try. The Maximus is
when you grow us at.
There you go. 55.7 thousand check-ins, and those 55,000 people.
I'm going to say they liked it less than us.
3.72.
I fucking knew it. The fucking pussies on Untapped. 3.72.
I don't understand that at all.
It's more of a graduated taste to an IPA.
Sure. And it's not even that hoppy for our palates.
Right. Because we're 302 episodes in, and that's why this one scored.
Yeah. What is it?
Very good. And then the Beast one scored higher. I mean, 372 isn't a bad rating.
No.
But I mean, it drank better than that.
Yeah.
And
I'd agree.
I hate lying to the listeners, Dave, but we have millions watching now. In my mind, there are millions watching. So they can see I'm kind of full of shit here. But be that as it may, as I look down the bottom of my glass, I can see I'm out of beer. And as the late, great Stuart Scott would say, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here. Which, by the way, you did butcher a little bit last week, but
I know.